Hey, welcome back. This is Ed Mondazzi from Mondazzi Books. I'm back here again to show you one of my favorite snacks that I make. It's called hummus. We all know what hummus is, and we can buy it in the store. Excuse me. But I was taught through my whole process of the last 2 years in educating me on how to do this, was that if man made it, don't eat it. Let me explain. If you buy something in a grocery store that has a package that you grab and you throw it into your thing, someone else made it. Some other man or woman made it. You don't know what they did. You don't know how much salt they added, what ingredients they added. So I got away from processed foods. I got away from food that other people made. And I'm not being sexist here. If woman made it, don't eat it either. You go through the drive-thru, you grab a bag of stuff, you start eating it. You have no idea the source, the origin. You don't know where all that came from. And then when you get a stomach ache, your stomach is starting to say where it is, but you don't understand stomach talk. So you're saying, well, I'll just wait for it to pass through. So I have been living by the thought of, well, it says all natural hummus on it. If man made it, why am I eating it? Well, I know how to make hummus, and I want to show you. What I'm about to show you is how to make hummus for about $2 or $3. And it's a lot of it. And you make it to your own taste, and it's got a clean taste. I have a vegetarian friend that loves my hummus, and that's his staple. He buys all the different brands out there, which are good and tasty and salty. He likes mine the best. And he says, what's so different about it? Well, you take some garbanzo beans. Now this bag weighed 4 pounds, 2 kilos. Cost me $4. I told you in the last video, it cost me $28 a week on my lifestyle change to eat healthy. Now, these are tough to cook. You're going to have to do the following. This is what I do anyways. You bring it to a boil, you put a lid on it in the morning, boils, shut it off, go to work. When you come home at night, they're almost cooked even though they've been off all day. They do need to be rewarmed up a little bit because they're still going to be a little bit crunchy. But look at the size difference from what they were to where they are now. They grow a lot. So this bag grows into a huge amount of hummus. You take the hummus, you need all that water. Always put in way more water than you need because you need the water. Dump out the water. But you got to save it. Don't lose it. Don't throw it out. Right. Now, you can use a NutriBullet. You can use a blender. Take a little bit of garlic and you throw it in there. You take jalapenos. I like spicy hummus. You take it right here. You throw it in here like this. Now, I happen to like this crushed garlic. You've already heard about me talking about this crushed garlic. It's awesome. So I put fresh garlic in there, but I just put that garlic in too. Now we're going to grab a little bit of this water that we have in here, and we're going to grind it all up. The reason why it's easier to grind it up now and get it all mixed up than to do it later. You go like that, and you grind it up. Now, you take some of your beans, garbanzo beans, cheese, they're from Italy. You throw them in here, like that, and you whip them up. And you grind them up. I think you can do this with a blender, but it's not going to be as creamy. This machine is good, the NutriBullet. They got a new NutriBullet, the 900, it's bigger. That was little too. My favorite ingredient, and it's the ingredient that makes this hummus, is sesame tahini. Sesame tahini is sesame seeds that someone ground up and made like a butter out of it. So I like to put 4 tablespoons in. 1, 2, 3. I swallowed wrong on that damn garbanzo bean. I have to mix this all up. You don't have to make as much as I'm making, but I have a busy week. I freeze this stuff. This is great freezable stuff. Cumin is the secret ingredient. I love cumin, but I don't put a lot in here, just a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit. Cumin's good. All right. Now, we're going to pour it in here, and you're saying to yourself, this doesn't look like hummus at all. What the hell are you talking about, Ed? I don't dump it all out. You know why? Because I got more garbanzos, like that. this is really thick now because that's a little watery. I put a little less water in here. So what I'm going to do is, it's a little thick. I'm just going to grab my ladle, which was right here a minute ago. I'm going to grab some of this liquidy hummus and put it in here. Now, remember, this is only going to cost you $3 or $4 for this whole, but not even, like $2 to make this. Because the tahini is about $5 a container, and I'm going to make 4 batches out of this. And so it's a really inexpensive, healthy meal. But I will tell you, when you eat this, you're going to say, holy cow, this needs salt. Then you need more garlic, you need more jalapeno, you need more natural flavors. You do not want to put salt in this unless you absolutely are like dire need of salt. I highly recommend no salt because we got enough salt in our diet. You know, I use the end of my stick here. This is not advocated by Vitamix. It's supposed to use a tamper. I don't know what my tamper is. Now, because the garbanzo beans were not thoroughly cooked all the way, they were just a little bit raw, this is going to thicken up in the next 24 hours. It's going to thicken up a lot. And now we're going to mix the two together. This is so much better than going through a drive-thru. Freeze some of this. When you get up in the morning, you go, I got nothing to eat tonight. You have this, cut yourself up a couple of tomatoes and cucumbers, have yourself a little bit of, you know, live food, and that's your meal. Mix this all up. Now you're saying this is really watery hummus. It will get thicker because the garbanzo beans weren't quite cooked all the way. The reason why they're not cooked all the way is because you don't want to overcook them. You let them cook this way here, and look how nice and thick this is now getting. And now, this is not very pretty and stuff, but a lot of you people are into image. There, your hummus is done. This is good. You know what I think I would add, maybe? A little black pepper. But it's got a huge garlic taste, huge jalapeno taste. And it's cheap. And it's healthy. And the man that made it was you. I've gotten rid of so many calories by making smoothies. Put it in here. This is better than a cup of coffee.